Top designers from across the world are in town for Portland's FashionNXT. It's a 4-day event that has been called the best fashion show outside of New York Fashion Week by Time magazine. We sent our fashion experts Tracy Pendergast and Paula O'Neill out to get a preview of the hot looks coming down the runway this year. Take a look.
Hi everybody, it's Tracy Pendergast and Paula O'Neill of FashionXT. We are here at the opening night of FashionNXT, and we had the pleasure of seeing the beautiful collections of Ladonna Joyce from And She Saw Stars come down the runway tonight. And so we got to get her to come here and tell us a little bit about how she got here and what she created. Now, we got to tell you, we were a little bit curious because most people who come into fashion, they've loved only fashion and fashion from the start. That's what they always wanted to do. But you're a little bit different, right? You started as an aerospace engineer, is that right?
Yes.
What?
I was a test engineer in the Air Force.
Okay.
So I designed with that. You know, these are like...
A test?
Yeah, they're tests.
Your own test?
Right, my own test and design, couture. You know, I like this stitching, I like this cut. You know, I think I'll go forward. This season, I sort of featured pockets. And the pockets are really sort of, they're recycled sleeves. So I take a sleeve.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a short sleeve, and then I take it and sew it up, and I turn it into a pocket.
That's fantastic.
Clearly, we love all of these elements.
Yeah,
and we thank you for being a part of this.
Ladonna Joyce, everybody.
We are so excited now to hear from Sarah Donofrio, who is an amazing designer who opened FashionNXT show this evening. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for hanging out with me.
So we're kind of excited to talk to you because one of the things that we love is music from the new wave age and the 80s. And it sounds like you have some inspiration that literally kind of infused your collection
for
this evening. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, you know, I've always had a love for like records. I'm a record collector, so and you know, I'm always looking for ways to sort of really weave that into my collections. And yeah, and then I woke up one day and I'm like, let's try to see if we can treat like records as some sort of a textile. So I built the textile and made a dress out of it. Yeah, like I built the, you know, I made the record textile. Yes. Yeah, and it looked kind of like sequins almost. So I'm like, it's so crazy how you can take, you know, materials like that and you can turn it into something amazing and wearable. And then, yeah, I just started designing. I'm really into, you know, print design, and I was sort of messing around with some geometrics. And I was like, you know, if I change the colors in a certain way that can look really like referential to that sort of period.
And you've got a historical influence in a completely new way.
Right. Totally.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, Tracy and Paula from FashionXT. Here's a little tidbit about that first designer you saw. Ladonna Joyce spent 17 years in the Air Force using that aerospace engineering degree to be a test engineer. Now, if you would like to get tickets to FashionNXT, there are still some available, and you can find more info by heading to our website, kptv.com/moregdo, and we'll also have a link to Tracy and Paula's website there.